Alright, so as most of you know by now, I think, because it's been making the rounds extensively on social media, it seems that Kanye West, the music icon, I would say up there with the GOATs of the 21st century in terms of his music, um, you know, stuck to his word, and as he promised back in 2015, maybe, can't remember when, he has indeed, decided to run for president. Um, and it's interesting. I'm not gonna lie. So it's interesting because of the timing. It's already July. He posted this on July 4th. In the U.S. So obviously Independence Day, and so that leaves him 5 months for the election. Not exactly a huge amount of time for somebody to run a campaign and win, but and also it's too late for him to run as a Democrat or a Republican because their nominees will be announced next month. So he will have to run as an independent, and as far as we know at the moment, he has not actually got in touch with the U.S. Federal Election Commission. Listen, there are two current, candidates with, or like campaign registrations with the word Kanye. So you have first Kanye D's Nuts West and Kanye What These Nuts Kanye T West are those. So and by the way, these were both made in 2015. So I think that is when he made his this whole statement. But I'm actually kind of surprised that he's running because he is a fan of Donald. But I think his biggest thing that I sort of agree with is that every other race can be treated like, oh, you're a Democrat, you're a Republican, you're an independent, whereas black people or people of color are often treated like a monolithic group, and he's trying to change that. And because frankly, other than rhetoric, which I can understand is important, the Democrats haven't done that much for black people, and neither have the Republicans, by the way. But I don't think they should be sworn to one side when, frankly, they've done little for them, substantively, but mainly all they've done is really symbolistic. So you have Obama as president, but then, he continues the war on drugs. He escalates the war in Afghanistan. He sends more troops to Iraq. So it's all just this symbolic change. And the same thing is going to happen this year, by the way, when you have Kamala Harris as VP. She's not going to be any different from Hillary Clinton as VP. From Joe Biden as Obama's VP. They have the exact same neoliberal ideology, and they're kind of just run by corporations, and they don't care about American people, or they do, but it's more of a secondary thought after. Let's first help out the big companies with their margins, send them to China so they get, bigger profits, and then at the same time we'll have 63% labor participation rate in the U.S. and these kind of things that are not exactly helpful to white, black, Hispanic. But anyway, I don't like identity politics. But with this point specifically, I think he makes a fair point that, why are black people just being treated as a monolithic group? And to that extent of his thing, I agree with him, but I also disagree with a lot of things. And frankly, I don't know what he's running on because he doesn't even have a campaign website. I don't know any of his policy proposals. I don't know what this guy wants to do. I guess it'll be like prison reform. I guess he would be much more focused on the black community, but I don't think he would be, completely focused on, I don't know. It would be interesting to see what happens. And by the way, he also, right after his tweet, he got support from Elon Musk saying, you have my full support. And his lovely wife, now billionaire, Kim Kardashian, also hit him with some support. She retweeted his tweets, which now has 1.2 million likes. So, I mean, take it as you will. I'm not sure. I doubt that he'll have much of a dent in the election. I mean, he could take black voters away from Biden, which would be interesting actually. That could actually sway the election, possibly. But who's to say he won't take away white voters, because he's the god of rap, right? So, but anyway, even if he does run and actually like end up on the ballot, he won't be able to, be on the ballot, because the deadline has already passed in certain states like North Carolina, New Mexico, for example. The deadline to get your name on the presidential election ballot is expired, so he actually can't even be on some. In some states, he can't even run in some states. So we'll see what happens. Maybe this is just like a precursor to 2024, because he actually wants Trump to win. If this might be a genius idea if he does run and take away black voters from Biden, and then as a result Trump wins. I'm just saying, but I don't know. It's a funny story. Let me know what you guys think.